Hello and welcome to the Coloring Academy. The first thing I need to tell you on this premiere episode is thank you. When I started out, I thought, okay, I'm going to do some coloring videos. I have all this art stuff shoved in my head, and a lot of it is traditional techniques that can really be useful for today's colorists. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of you that are tuned into this first episode. When I got the response, I was like, and what that response prompted me to do was to create the first comprehensive program for colorists that involves education, better materials, and a sense of community, learning from others, having a lot of fun, that's going to help you as a colorist enjoy your work more, and also to make that final piece even more beautiful. Let's do this. This is the Coloring Academy at fineartcoloring.com. So let's start with basic color theory and the genius art behind it.
So here's the color wheel. You will see a single black ring around the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. You will see two rings around the secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. Then you'll see three rings around the tertiary colors, red-violet, red-orange, yellow-orange, yellow-green, blue-green, and blue-violet. So you will always know at a glance whether you're looking at a primary, secondary, or tertiary color. It's a great idea to have a color wheel for reference. A complementary color scheme happens when you use colors that are directly opposite one another on the color wheel. Red and green, yellow and violet, blue and orange are very common complementary color schemes. If you pick tertiary colors that are complementary, such as this combination, red, violet, and yellow-green, you'll have a composition that's a little unexpected, yet based on a solid complementary color composition that works. Another interesting color composition is the split complementary color scheme, which is demonstrated here. The triadic color scheme is popular among artists because it offers a lot of contrast while still maintaining a harmonious balance. Before you begin your work, it is best to decide which color you would like to be most predominant in your composition. And then there's my favorite, the analogous color scheme. This color scheme pulls from one portion of the color wheel only. Here you can see it demonstrated with yellow, yellow-green, and green. They're the most common compositions found in nature, and maybe because of that, they're the most soothing. You can also pull from the warm or cool side of the color wheel.
Famous artists love the complementary color scheme. The reason you might not notice it as much is because they don't always make both of the colors really vibrant. They'll take a red and then they'll take the green, but then they'll gray out the green. There's two examples I want to show you. One is Van Gogh, where he really didn't gray anything out. It was just really, obvious. I've tried to express the terrible passions of humanity by means of red and green. The room is blood red and dark yellow, with a green billiard table in the middle. There are 4 citron yellow lamps with a glow of orange and green. Everywhere, there's a clash of contrast in the most disparate reds and greens. So he was really trying to show, as he said, the terrible passions of humanity. So he did not gray those out very much. But the second example we're going to look at is Cézanne. He did not use a really intense red and a really intense green. He chose to gray out the cool colors behind and let the apples pop in front of it. Now that you've learned about these different color compositions, you can use them to achieve the mood you want when you complete a piece. For instance, if you're doing a piece for somebody who's feeling really down and needs some soothing, you might choose an analogous color scheme.
I'd love to see how you apply the different color compositions to your own work. Be sure to post your work on the Fine Art Coloring group on Facebook, where you can get personal tips from me and other talented colorists.